Disclaimer: this story is a work of fiction created purely for entertainment purposes. The storyline, dialogues, characters, narration, and voiceover are entirely original and do not depict real life events or personalities. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or real life events is purely coincidental. All images used in this story are sourced from publicly available platforms such as Google and Pinterest. Full credit goes to the respective owners and creators. Please watch or read the full story before forming opinions or commenting. Maintain a respectful environment. Unauthorized reproduction, copying, or redistribution of the storyline, characters, narration, or voiceover on any platform is strictly prohibited. Enjoy the story respectfully and remember, it's purely fictional. 3 years of waiting ended in a moment they were not ready for. The brother they had lost was standing right in front of them, alive, but no longer theirs. A truth had been revealed, but it only created more questions because the man they called Hyang was living a life that didn't remember them, and the past they were trying to bring back was the very thing that could destroy him. Now they stood at a path with no right answer: to trust the truth they were told, or to fight for the truth they believed in. But one thing was certain: they could not walk away because this was no longer about finding Jimin. It was about protecting him from a past that was still chasing him and from a shadow that had never stopped watching. And this time, they were not just risking answers, they were risking him. Cook: Hyang, here is nothing. We have checked this entire house but still haven't got any clue about Jimin Hyang. I think that cafe man was lying to us. Team: I still have doubts about him, but for our satisfaction, we have to check everything, even if there is a 0.5% truth in his words. It would be risky for Jimin Hyang. He spends most of his time in this room. I'm sure we will find some clue related to his past. They were searching the garden room where Jimin used to spend most of his time. Every corner was being checked carefully. Cook had found a stack of diaries, all of them completely blank. Tea, Cookie, did you find something? Cook, lost in the diaries. Strange. Flipping the pages. Tea, placing his hand on his shoulder. Cookie, what are you looking at? I have been calling you from so long. Cook looked at him. Yangi, look what I found. Showed him the empty diaries. Jimin Hyang collected all these diaries, but not a single word is written in them. T looked one diary. Empty diaries? Let me see. Cook, here, Jimin Hyang is really strange. I never knew he liked collecting diaries. T slowly flipped through the pages. His fingers suddenly paused. Dearest Dean. He gently touched the mark on the paper. Cook froze the moment he heard that and immediately looked at the pages. Cook, dearest Deans? Staring at the page. Yangi, why would there be a dearest Dean on a blank page? It doesn't make sense. T, eyes fixed on papers. It's not blank. Cook. What? T took the diary from him and tilted it slightly under the light. Look carefully. The texture is uneven, and here ran his finger over the pages. There are pressure marks, like something was written. Cook leaned closer, eyes widening. Young, you mean someone wrote on this? T, not someone. Jimin Hyang. Cook. But if he had written something on this, it wouldn't have been here. It wouldn't have suddenly vanished. But there is nothing written here. Look, these diaries aren't too old. They are just 13 to 17 years old. Here dates are mentioned. None of the ink can vanish in these years. T. Something struck in his mind after hearing Cook. No, Cookie. Some inks can vanish as soon as you write from them. Cook. Really? T. Those inks are called invisible inks. Cook. Invisible inks? But aren't they banned by our government? Once I have read that invisible inks are only for high security military officers and its commercial reproduction is completely banned. T. Yes, you're right. Commercial uses of invisible inks are completely banned. Cook. So, how did he get it, and where is the use of invisible ink at to him? T. Hyang was a mafia king. I heard so many times, Hyang, that this paper is confidential, that paper is highly confidential. Maybe he got it for his work. Cook. Even we believe that he used invisible inks for his confidential project. Then also, where did he get it, the invisible ink from, when it was already banned? T. You have a point. He started roaming in the room while thinking, where did he get the invisible ink from? And even though he somehow got from somewhere, why would he keep these many diaries? It looks like he maintained these diaries over the years. Cook, looking at the diaries and trying to read it. Even if we came to know about it, how will we read it? We don't have anything by which these invisible ink can be read. T. Joined the clues which Cook accidentally spilled. Wait a minute. I guess I solved this mystery. Cook. What? Share it with me too. I'm so confused. T. If I'm not wrong, these invisible inks are homemade and organic. Cook. Why are you kidding, Hyang? How can we create invisible inks at home? T. We can. Come with me. I will prove it to you. T picked one diary and ran towards the invention. Cook quickly followed him while carrying the rest of the diaries in his arms. T quickly brought the clothing iron, not a steam one, and started ironing the pages. Cook got confused to see him and asked, Cook, placing the diaries on the couch. Titi Hangi, what are you doing? Why are you ironing the pages? T, while ironing the pages. If I'm not wrong, these diaries are written from lemon or onion juices. We can read it as soon as it comes in contact with heat. Cook. Really? How do you know? T. One day I attended a science fair with my friend Hyang. When I returned and told Jimin Hyang about the magic, he told me there was no magic, it was a science experiment. Cook. Science experiment? T. Jimin Hyang taught me this once. He had excellent knowledge of chemicals. Cook. Chemicals? But how? Wasn't he a commerce student? T. No, Hyang was a science student, topper in chemistry, but didn't know why he changed his stream. I had a blurry memory of his childhood. Hyang used to be very helpful. He taught me so many science magics. Cook. Disbelief. Really? Jimin Hyang never taught me something like this. He was always so strict with me. Looked at the pages and got shocked. Hyang, look, something is appearing. I can see some words, but what's it? T. Soon you will see full sentences. You know, Hyang taught me that if we write something using lemon, onion, ginger juice, vinegar, milk, or sugary water, then after some time the written text disappear. To read it again, we can use incandescent bulb, a hot cloth iron, a hair dryer, or slightly burn the page under the candle flame. Cook. Stunned to hear it. Wow, I didn't know this. Note. I guess all of us must have tried this experiment at least once during our childhood, right? This is a classic invisible ink experiment. These liquids are mostly colorless when dry, so the writing becomes invisible. When you apply heat, the substance in them oxidize, react with oxygen, and turn brown, making the hidden message visible. This trick wasn't just for school, it was actually used in the past for sending secret messages. If you haven't tried it, try it now and show your parents, siblings, friends this magic. T. You know, Cookie, in ancient times, people used to send secret messages through this. Cook. Woof. I will definitely try it. Yangi, look, sentences started appearing. What is something bad is written here? I'm so scared. T. What could be worse than what has happened to us? We have to find out what happened with Jimin Hyang. We have to find out the truth. Without it, we couldn't protect our Hyang. Generally patted Cook's face. Titi Hangi is with you. Don't be scared. They looked at the pages, which were blank, but within few minutes dark brown letters filled those blank tear-stained pages. T started reading them. I'm really so proud of you, T. I can't even express my feelings, how happy I'm feeling to see your interest in literature. I will definitely help you to chase your dreams. T looked at Cook. What? Hang was happy with my decision of choosing literature over business? Cook. If he was happy, then why he always forced you to join business? T. I'm also thinking the same. Flip the pages. I'm sorry, T. I really don't want to break your trophy, but and burn your certificates. First time I raised my hand on you, I want to break my hand. I know how passionate you are for your literature passion, but you have to leave it forever. Business is your destiny. I'm sorry, T. Hyang can't help you. Flip more pages. I know you must hate me. T. I burned your years of hard work, every single achievement, your dreams, everything with my own hands. You were begging, but I couldn't help you. I was so helpless. If I hadn't hurt you, they would have broken you in such a way that you could never get up again. Now Cookie is with us. I can't risk both of your life. I have to be cruel so that both of can breathe safely. I'm really so sorry. I wish I could do something for you, but they are so dangerous. I can't take any risk. Today I saw happily Cookie was playing the guitar and singing. His voice is so melodious. I wish I could applaud your singing and gift you a guitar. I wish I could tell you how melodious your voice is. I wish I could tell you that your singing soothes my mind, but I'm helpless, just like T. You also have to leave your dream. There is no other option. You are not allowed to pursue your hobby. You have to join the business. I already made a mistake with T. I can't repeat it with you. I can't risk your life. I somehow saved T, but I know I can never save you. Hang is so sorry, Cookie. Tiku was shocked to know this. They looked at each other with completely stunned expressions. Cook, what? Jimin Yang never hated my singing. In fact, he loved it. T. I knew it. He could never be this cruel to destroy my achievements. There is something who forced him to do all these things. Someone is behind all this, trying to make him look like a villain. Cook, I think I know who is he. Let's go, Titi Hangi. This time they have to answer us. They have to tell us why they tried to turn our Jimin Yang into a villain. With that, both of them boarded a flight and went straight abroad to meet their parents. They were waiting in their dad's cabin. As soon as their parents got the news of their arrival, they left all their work and rushed to them. Mr. Park, tea, cookie, what a pleasant surprise. Mrs. Park, walking towards them. Why didn't you call us? We would have come to receive you at the airport. She was about to hug them, but Cook grabbed Tea's hand and pulled him back. Seeing Cook's behavior, both of his parents were shocked. Mr. Park, Cookie, what is this behavior? Why did you pull Tea back? Your mom was about to hug you. Cook, coldly, we didn't come here to hug you. We came here for something important. Mrs. Park, chuckling at his cold face. OMG, so much anger. Held his jaw. Who made my baby so angry? Cook removed her hand and snapped back. We are not here for affection. We have questions and only you two have the answers. T showed Jimin's secret diary. Today, no lies, no drama. We want the truth. Mr. Park, what do you mean? What truth are you talking about? T, the truth that you have been hiding from us for years. Mrs. Park, we never hid anything from you. We never kept you in the dark. T, we are talking about Jimin Yang. He wasn't as cruel as he showed us. Someone was forcing him to act like that. Who was it? Mr. Park, how would we know who was blackmailing him? He didn't even live with us. He stayed away from us since childhood. Mrs. Park, irritated. And why are we talking about him? He's dead. He has nothing to do with our lives anymore. Cook, shouting, trembling. He's not dead. He is alive. T grabbed Cookie's hand to stop him. In our hearts, he is still alive and he always be. Looked at them. We have noticed something. Every time his name comes up, you got irritated. Why? What is your problem with him? He was your eldest son. Then why do you hate him so much? Mrs. Park snapped, losing control. Jimin, Jimin, Jimin! I'm tired of hearing his name. He was never my son and never your Yang. Cook, shocked. What are you saying? Jimin Yang is our brother, the eldest of his family, the one who carried the empire alone. Mrs. Park throws things off the table. He is nothing. He was never a part of this family. T, what are you saying? Mrs. Park, you want the truth, right? Fine, I will tell you the truth. Jimin was never our son. He wasn't our blood. He was the son of a laborer who worked in our building, and he died because of me. When a marble slipped from my hand and crushed him, we had no choice but to take him. He was just a stream-ball child, not royal like us. Tico froze in shock. They couldn't believe what they just heard. The brother they spent their whole life with wasn't their real brother, but an adopted child. Cook, what nonsense are you saying? Looked at his dad. Dad, what is Mama saying? Mr. Park, your Mama is telling the truth. Jimin was not our son. We never gave him comfort or luxury. Whatever little we gave him was only to avoid a police case. Cook, why stumbling? Then that's why you hated him so much? Mrs. Park, yes, we hated him. T showed the diaries, eyes filled with anger. Then it was you. You were the ones who blackmailing him. You were the ones who forced him to treat us like that. Mrs. Park, yes, it was us who forced him to do all these. We were the ones who made him stay strict with both of you. T, why did you do that to him? What did he ever do to you? Why did you try to separate him from us? Why did you want us to hate him and see him like a villain? Mrs. Park, seriously? You really want to know why we did all this? It's because of you two. Cook, us? But how? We never complained about Hyang to you. We never spoke badly about him. Then how did we become the reason of all this? Mrs. Park, from childhood he was perfect in everything. We never gave him any comfort or luxury, yet he achieved everything so easily. He always comes first in his class. He never refused anything. Whatever he did it with full dedication and perfection. And on the other side, there were you two. Even after getting all the luxuries, you still couldn't achieve the perfection that he had since childhood. All the dreams we had for you, all the expectations we placed on you, everything existed in him, not in you. We always wanted you to become like Jimin, but you both were nothing like him. You didn't have what he has. We tried so hard to train you like him, but you never become like him. I don't know what it was about Jimin that kept pulling you towards him. We tried countless times to keep you away from him, but instead of going away from him, you both kept drifting away from us. Mr. Park, our hatred for him grew even more when you chose to stay here with him instead of going abroad with us. You even chose him over your parents. That's when we decided we would definitely punish him for taking our children away from us. We didn't want our company or business, everything to go into the hands of someone who wasn't even our blood. We wanted both of you to become great businessmen, to take responsibility for the business, but neither of you had any interest in it. Mrs. Park, to create that interest in you, we forced Jimin to make you disciplined and intelligent like him, whether through love or through fear, but he refused. He wanted you to make your own life decision. He wanted you to never kill your dreams but to fulfill them. In fact, he even fought against us for your dreams. He wanted to handle the business alone. He wanted to take everything upon himself, and we couldn't allow that. So we pushed him into the mafia world where life is extremely dangerous. We thought he would give up quickly, but he didn't. He handled both the business and the mafia world perfectly. And with time, our fear kept growing stronger. We couldn't bear the thought of our property going into the hands of a street born boy. That's why we wanted you both to carry forward our legacy. Good thing he died. Now no one will come between us. The one who kept you away from us is no longer in this world. Now our legacy will be carried forward by our own blood. Tea and Cook stood frozen. They couldn't process anything. Their own parents did this to their brother, tortured him, evicted him to become a villain when all he ever did was fight for them, for their dreams. How painful it have been for him to prove himself wrong in the eyes of the very brothers he loved the most, to see hatred in the eyes where he only wanted love. Tea, eyes filled with tears. So it was you. You were the ones who tortured our Hang like this. Mr. Park, we didn't torture him. That street born boy deserved it. What would he ever knew about relationships? We will never forgive him for trying to take you away from us. Cook explores in rage. The street born one is not him, it's you both. Even after doing all this, your heart weren't satisfied. How much hatred do you carry inside you? How much poison is filled within you? Thank God we never chose you. You would have turned us into selfish people just like yourself. I feel disgusted thinking that your blood run in us. How can someone fell so low? The boy who carried your company, your business forward, you were the one who pushed him into death. Do you think you did something great? No, what you did was the lowest thing possible. We will never come with you. You are not our parents. A loud slap cut him off. Tea, shocked, pulling Cook towards his arms. Cookie, are you alright? Mrs. Park pushed Tea away and slapped Cook again. So that street born blood has poisoned you too? He filled your mind with hatred against us? Tea pushed her back, furious. Leave my Cookie! The poison wasn't spread by him. You spread it in our relationship. Now I understand why Hang always told me to stay with Cook, because he knew you both would harm him. Mr. Park slapped him. Park Taeyang, mind your tongue. Don't forget who you are talking to. The truth was finally revealed, but It didn't heal anything, it broke everything. The brother they once misunderstood was never their enemy. He was fighting a war alone for them. Every harsh words, every punishment, every tear they shed was never cruelty, it was protection. From the very people they once called family, now the illusion was gone. The love they trusted was fake. The hatred they believed in was a lie, and the one they lost was the only one who truly loved them. Now they stand at a crossroads between blood and truth, between legacy and justice. Will they expose the truth and destroy the empire built on lies? Or will they stay silent and carry forward the legacy for which their young sacrificed everything? Because this time the decision won't just decide their future, it will decide whether Jimin's sacrifice was worth it or not. To be continued. Author's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. The story is finally coming to an end. Every person's life is different, their fate is different. People say that whatever happens, happens for our good, and maybe that's true in its own way. Now that the truth has come out, everything Jimin did makes sense. His cruelty, his distance, even pushing tea towards Cook. Now it all falls into place. Jimin knew his parents could go to any extent just to satisfy their ego. He wanted to protect them, but he had no power in his hands. Now that Taekook knew the truth, what will they choose? Their decision will be very interesting to see. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with final part. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.